If you watched the first episode of our M1000XR build, you saw that we put our M1000RR front fender, our carbon fiber belly pan, the TWM inspection covers, and our Akrapovic slip-on that makes it a full system since it already has a header, and also our WRS Sport windscreen. Today is the day that I'm going to take this thing completely apart because there's so many parts that are going on, and it's going to be an action-packed episode because it's just getting carbon fiber pretty much everywhere that we could think of. We got to run some wiring, we got to put the velocity stacks by Brent Tuning, flash the bike, and get the bike ready because once I'm done, it's going to go to service. I'm actually starting this on an evening. I'm going to try to do as much as I can right now, and then so that we could have enough time in the morning so that we could get the bike to get the service done. But it's looking really good, and let's go check out some of the parts real quickly. So it's getting this carbon fiber piece that's right here that goes in the front, replaces the plastics. The whole front end has to come apart for this. And then we have our DBK clear clutch cover and our little retainer for the pressure plate. It's going to be all black, carbon fiber everything, even a rear fender. This bike doesn't get a fender eliminator. Nobody makes one as far as we're concerned, or nobody reputable makes one. Our Brent Tuning flash is loaded with the flash file and our stacks right here. And be careful guys, there is a disclaimer on Brent Tuning's website even. When you're putting these on, it's very easy to damage them. If you damage them, there are no returns. More carbon fiber here. We got some Rizoma mirrors, Rizoma reservoirs, Rizoma frame sliders, and also we're going to run the wiring for our Denali lights that are over here in this box, and our Denali D3 LED lighting controller, and our CanSmart to get everything to be plug and play and work with the CanBus system of this motorcycle. The bracket never showed up, and it's not a Denali bracket, it's an aftermarket bracket. It's not Denali's fault. But we're going to pre-wire everything because this bike's supposed to go for a nice ride in 48 hours. So at least it'll be pre-wired, and then when it comes back, we can just put the bracket and the lights and everything should be working. I also want to remind you guys that we sell motorcycle parts. All the products that you see on today's video and more is on our website, including gear. We sell gear, helmets, jeans, jackets, whatever you name it. It's all on our website, guys. If you want to support us, go and get something for yourself. Even if you're not a rider, if you want to support us, you can just pick up a t-shirt to say, hey, you love the sport or you love Motomillion. Either way, I got to get working, guys. We're going to set that on a tripod. You guys are going to see this bike come apart, or hopefully come apart, and then I'll fill you in to see where we're at. All right, it's just past 2 a.m. and most of the stuff is done. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. Already we can see a lot of carbon fiber. We can't do anything with these turn signals because they're also the brake lights. We got to find a solution for those, but till then, they look kind of okay. It's an adventure bike, so you don't want to see the tail empty anyways, but even the fender is carbon fiber now. And if you take a look, there's more carbon added. It's kind of hard to tell because this bike comes with some carbon fiber, but this is plastic on the M1000XRs. Now it's carbon fiber. And also right here, this is plastic as well, and now it's carbon fiber. I think it looks so good. It looks more complete if you ask me. We have our Rizoma wing mirrors and also the Rizoma reservoir that we added on, and also the Rizoma frame sliders, the DBK clutch cover with the pressure plate inside. We're going to change this in the morning. I don't have the part here. I have to wait till Motomillion opens so I could grab the parts off of Motomillion. I think it's looking really good. You can't see also that we did the velocity stacks and the air filter by Brent Tuning. In the morning, I will flash it and show you the flashing process. It's fairly quick. We just have to remove the seat and connect that. It already has the flash file uploaded onto it from the computer. I think it's looking really, really good. What else did we do? I think that was it, but that was quite a bit of work. The windscreen's back on. Now, if you take a look, if you put this up even, this carbon fiber piece extends all the way through, and you can see all the carbon right there. I think it's looking really, really good. Wait till I pull it out in the sun, just in a couple hours, I guess, because it's past 2 a.m. and sunrise is probably in 4 hours. Oh, take a look. So these are the cables that I left here for the Denali lights that we're going to install. The brackets are not here yet, and if it doesn't show up, John's going to take this out for a ride on Friday, I believe. But when it returns, we could just put the bracket on. The bracket goes right down over here, and then the lights will go right here. I think it's going to look really good. I hope the bracket somehow shows up tomorrow. I think I got to get home and get some rest, guys, and in the morning we'll pull this thing outside. Before that, we're going to flash it, obviously, and then we'll take a look at it outside in the sun. Minus the Denali lights, this M1000XR is complete, and oh boy, look at that. That looks so good. Well, it's the next morning and I'm holding one of the final pieces of the puzzle in my hand. It is the flashing device from BT Moto, aka Brent Tuning. We've already read the bike for the stock file, uploaded onto their system, let them know of the mods the motorcycle has. They got back to us very quickly with the flash file. We've uploaded it onto this device, and now from the device, we're going to upload it onto this motorcycle. The stacks were installed last night. Let's get the flash on, and then there's like 1 or 2 things that we got to do, and then we'll pull this thing outside and see how it runs. All right, so the bike is flashed, and I just want to point something out. You should always put your bike on a charger when you are flashing it. We have these C-Tech chargers. The new ones are also called the NXT. They do the lithium-ion batteries and also the regular batteries as well now. It's just one unit. It's not called a lithium US anymore. If your battery voltage drops while flashing it, you're going to have a very hard time with that ECU. You might actually brick it. And now what we're doing is that we have this Denali CanBus software here, or the CanBus controller. This controls the extra lights and everything else that you want to add through the CanBus system of the motorcycle. And also Denali has the software for it so that we could tell the bike what this cable that we put over here, what it should be doing. It's my first time doing this. I've seen it done a few times. So let's give it a try and let's see if we can get it to work. So at first it wanted the software update. We downloaded the software from Denali, but I guess it's not the most up-to-date software. And now that the software updated, it wants us to update the firmware of the CanSmart unit, and it's doing that. Let's see if we can attach the lights. We don't have the brackets yet, as I mentioned. So we're just going to attach everything to make sure everything is programmed, and that once we get the bracket, it's an easy just bolt on and get the lights working. I wish the bracket was here though. It looks really cool. And I'll show you where these are supposed to sit. Obviously the wiring goes from under the bike. We wired the whole thing. These are supposed to sit just like this. One here, one right over here. It's supposed to be just like this, and we're gonna aim it properly for the road. It looks really cool. Too bad the bracket's not here, but it'll eventually get here. Until it gets here, we're just gonna think of how cool this looks like this. All right, and then let's look at the software. Let's see what else the software does for us. I think we could play around with the intensity of it. So that's intensity going down. It goes up by increments of 10%, but that is very cool. Okay, so this is all set up. Let's tidy up the wiring. This unit's all done. And then also, if you want to add more lights, because I know these adventure bikes love running lights on them, you could add more lights. You could add a different brake light where it actually strobes. You could add a louder horn and a bunch of other things that Denali has. And it's all controlled through this software. It's very simple. I think the hardest part of the job is actually running the cable, but luckily yesterday evening, this thing was completely taken apart. So we got a very good chance of running the wiring super cleanly inside the frame and under the fuel tank, and I think it looks extremely clean. But let's put this together, and I probably want to pull this outside to give it a start to make sure that that flash that we did, everything is looking good with it. And then I think it's just going to be either waiting for that bracket to ever show up or just tidying up the wiring and having the clips there, so when that bracket comes on another day, that will do it. But we got to get this bike ready for John for his pickup time. Well, here it is. We have it outside. We want to give it its first start after the Brent tuning or the BT Moto Flash. We also installed the TWM oil filler cap in blue to match that timing inspection cover. Let's give it a start. There's a couple things that we got to do. Right? We're waiting for the bracket for the lights, and also we got to go get some M10 bolts to finish off the bar ends because it had the bar end mirrors that we took off. The bolts that you take off have a big sleeve on it. We want to make it nice and clean. We'll deal with that and check back, but let's first start it and see how it sounds, and then we can do all the final touches. Well, we're all set except our Denali lights. The brackets are going to be here, and we're going to actually have a follow-up, guys, because the owner of this bike, John, is about to pick it up tomorrow morning and is going to take it for a nice ride. He's going to really enjoy it because I actually took it out for a quick short ride to check everything. These things are so much fun, and I think they deserve the nickname of Superbike on Stilts because it really does feel like you're on an S1000RR but just a little up higher. Since this has the heart and soul of the S1000RR, a lot of the mods actually work on it, just like this DBK clear clutch cover that we installed. And also the timing inspection covers and the oil filler caps are all the same. We did install our Rizoma frame sliders, and we did a bunch of carbon, right? So we installed the carbon belly pan, carbon front fender. This piece is usually plastic, now it's carbon fiber. The front mask or the inner face of the bike, this was all just plastic. I don't know why BMW gave it some carbon parts and left some stuff plastic, but I guess that's where we come into play, where we just transform the whole bike. And I really think that the bike looks so much better with just those little accents being changed. And it's to the point, since this bike comes with carbon fiber, you can't tell exactly what was changed because everything is matching now. But also back over here, let's not forget, this whole back section, the covers that cover the subframe is now carbon fiber, including the rear fender. And again, these lights are like this because you have to keep the brake lights and the turn signals that are integrated. There's no other solution that we know of, but everything's looking good. They said that this will not fit. As you saw in the previous episode, we made it fit. It sounds so good, shoots nice flames. Right up here, we put our Rizoma mirrors on it, the Aero wing mirrors. There's also the new model, or a different model, where the lenses are bigger. This works, but you have to really get used to where you're looking because it's kind of narrow from the top to bottom. If you want more view, you could get the new sport mirrors, or I think they're called something like touring mirrors. The only issue that I see with it is that if this was larger, your hands might get in the way. Right now, it's just perfect where they are if this is the look that you're going for. Also, we did our Rizoma reservoir as well, and we did the sport windshield by WRS. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything because it's been a very long night and a longer day today, but we love how this thing turned out. This exhaust again sounds absolutely fantastic paired with that superbike heart that this bike has. But I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have a good one.